Hello, and thank you for joining us. My name is Aaron, and this is my beautiful family, Rachel, Logan, and Aiden. We'd like to welcome you to watch this video of our amazing venue, Divanyx Event Center and Photography. So this is where a lot of the dances occur, a lot of the hangouts, the social hour, under the stars, under the lights, under the vines, in front of the barn, by the guys getting ready here. We got this nice bar area, which is really cool. Nice bar with a bunch of bins and barrels and fridge and freezer. So it's a really cool area for your bartenders, for your staff. Again, you don't have to hire any certain person. You can bring your own alcohol if you'd like. We have, for colder weather, we have like the patio heaters. Over here we have, that's where the photo booths are. We have the yard games usually out there. You might have your ceremony there. So it's really close spot to go from your ceremony potentially to just kind of a centralized hangout spot with around the corner you can get to the deck. A lot of times, like I mentioned, we'll have the DJ upstairs. Not that you have to, they can obviously be wherever you'd like, but having the DJ upstairs playing music inside and or outside on a nice, beautiful day, this is a really cool spot to have your dance, to have your social hour, your just hangout, and just have your guests hopefully enjoying the day with, a drink, the chairs, the barrels, the tables, and doing the photo booth and the yard games. All right, let's head over to the photo booth room here. So usually you got like the yard games here. Again, maybe ceremonies over here, but we have this room here that we have our photo booth in. And so let's come on inside. And off on my right hand side, you'll see we got some background for our indoor studio. Don't normally use the indoor studio for the weddings as much as for pictures of babies and different things like that. But you'll see we got some nice little chairs that people like to come in and sit in, relax in here. We have AC in this building just like all our other buildings, and heat. So depending on the season, you'll be comfortable in here. But on our left side here is where we have our photo booths. So we have 3 photo booths that are available on the day for you. We got this big one here. This is kind of like the main one that people really like. It's touchscreen. Your guests will come, interact with the screen here, pick a backdrop with our green backdrop. It does a green screen. And then it's going to print out 4x6 strips, the ones that you're typically used to. People like to have like a guest book, some kind of scrapbook or something here, turn this into their guest book. On here, we will upload all your pictures, gifts, photo strips, so that's a nice keepsake for you. Get all those pictures. Maybe you'll get some nice little blackmail from some of your friends also. We also do a slideshow of all your pictures as they're being taken here, so you can see this is from a past wedding. It'll just kind of show all the pictures that people are taking, and people, while they're in here enjoying, they can kind of laugh amongst all the pictures that are being taken. So this one's kind of that physical photo booth that everyone's kind of used to, getting those strips. On our website and on our brochure, we say this saves you $1,000. The reason we say it saves $1,000 is because on average, this is about $350 an hour. And most people, if they rent this photo booth outside our venue, rent it for about 3 hours on a wedding. But we actually have it on all day for you. So you're actually going to get 10, 12 hours of photo booths and getting, $2,000, $3,000 in value, but obviously you're not going to rent it for 12 hours, so that's why we say it saves you $1,000, but you're actually going to be getting like $3,000 in value. So that's the first photo booth. The second one is this guy here. We call this our social photo booth. We're going to take this photo booth, we're going to put it outside, face the barn, and on a nice day, this becomes your backdrop right here. You just got the barn as the backdrop. It's a really nice backdrop. If it is a rainy day or a cold day, we will take that photo booth and we'll put it wherever your dance is to kind of get that energy from the dance floor. So this is a social one. It doesn't do prints, but it allows people to do immediate airdrop, text, email, download from the gallery. Again, you're going to get all the photos. The cool thing about this one, it also does video, so people can leave you video messages and boomerangs. So it's a very fun one to have. And again, you're going to have it all day. Our website says $1,000 in savings, but again, same spiel as the first one, you're going to have it all day. And then last but not least, you're going to get a virtual photo booth once you're paid in full. There'll be more details on that to come, but people tend to like print out some kind of something. We give you instructions to print something like this, put it at your table. More instructions will come on how to do this, but use a QR code to create that virtual photo booth, and then you're able to use that QR code for the tables or on your invitation, so people that aren't able to show up that day are able to partake and leave you a video message or some pictures. And of course, the people that are here are able to walk around the property and get those pictures that people like to get with those disposable cameras or digital cameras at the table. That replaces that. So it's a really cool idea, and that's your 3 photo booths. Now we're going to walk into the game room. This is all brand new, so if we head through the doors here, we're going to enter the new game room. So come on in here. On my left here, and as you enter the immediate right, you're going to see some air hockey. You're going to see the foosball, dartboard. As you enter to the left, you're going to see a ping pong table. We got a kids activity center. You can bring some more activities, but we usually have some little activities here for people. We got a nice sound system here that your guests or someone can hook up and play music from. Obviously, we got all the accessories for the pool table, ping pong. We have this this is a really cool interactive digital basketball hoop. Keeps track of scores and stuff. Down over here we have a carpet ball. Carpet ball is kind of new for most people. They don't know what that is, but it's a really fun and fast game. There's rules so that you can see how to do that. And then we have a couple TVs. You'll see we got this big TV here. The idea with this TV is to, maybe you can play a slideshow on there, or you can do maybe a sporting event going on during your wedding, or potentially put on like Disney movies or some kind of movie for kids. So that's kind of what this TV is for. And then we got this other TV with this kind of little setup here for gaming. So we have a Nintendo Switch, we have a PlayStation 5, and an Xbox Series S. And on those 3 systems, we have 150 games that you can play. Of course, all free and downloaded already for you. And then we also have a virtual, like 90s, early 2000 virtual console that has over 1,000 games from the early 90s through the early 2000s. All of that can be played here for any of your guests to enjoy. So as we come back through, you're going to see a lot of times this door on a beautiful day will be open. We got entrances that way, exits that way. And then you got the game room, and we're heading back into the photo booth room. And now we'll head back out. And here we are in the lower part of the barn. This is the old milk room. I call it the bonus room. A lot of people use this for many different ways. That's why I call it the bonus room. From card drop-offs in the bird cage or a box, gifts drop-off, memory tables, party favors, pictures of you, maybe as engagement photos. We've had it be a candy room, a coat room, a dessert room. Many different ways you can use this room in here. And as we walk into the main part of the barn here, first thing you'll notice is this beautiful concrete. When we bought, we tore out the old concrete floors. We heated them, stamped them with this beautiful floor. We have a nice little compass stamp in the middle here where a lot of people like to have their first dance. You can have your dances in many places. It's just one of the popular spots. We have these beautiful head tables, these nice brown, beautiful head tables. They can be in multiple different spots depending on your arrangement of your tables. We have round and rectangle tables that you'll see in our photos. The head table might be across the big door back here. We have a big door back here. These doors might be open or closed depending on the day. If it's super warm out or super cold out, we'll obviously have them closed to have heat or air conditioning. But on a nice beautiful day, those are wide open. We have the door into the share shed that we'll get into here a little bit. Air conditioners, we have 3 air conditioning units in here. Each one is powerful enough for the square footage, but we have 3 to just help with all the people and it being a barn and people coming in and out. And then we have this portable bar over here in this corner. This can be in multiple different spots. It is a portable bar. This bar can be moved to many different locations depending on your need. Most people don't use it as a bar, as we have the bar outside, but they'll use it for desserts, appetizers, different party favors there also. And then as we head over this way, there's another exit towards the bathrooms, and then obviously upstairs into the upper stairs of the barn. All right, and as we head upstairs, you'll see we do have an elevator. I always say elevator for the handicapped, elderly, or lazy people, but we're not lazy, so we'll take the stairs on up. So come on upstairs. This is where a lot of like backup ceremonies will happen, or dances when it's a little bit colder out. You'll see that we have these beautiful chandeliers, nice lights, so at night, you know, you could have just the twinkle lights on for the dance, or using the chandeliers. When you're getting married up here, you can get married a couple different ways. You could have the aisle this way, get married up in front of those doors, or you can walk from the deck, go through those doors, and then get married up with these nice, beautiful wood beams. Either way, we do different things like get rid of the fire extinguishers, cover up the elevator with this nice room separator, just little things to kind of make it so that they don't show up in your pictures. We have a nice portable bar in here. You can use it for different decorations, obviously a bar, or you know, like maybe late night pizza snacks. We've got this beautiful spiral staircase. Very awesome for photos with the bride and groom. We've done first looks through it. Very nice. As you come on up here, this is also a very popular spot for the DJ. So if you put the DJ upstairs, up here, the DJ can play music down onto the dance floor inside the barn, and also play music outside. So now your main dance could be inside or outside, depending on the weather. Most people like to have their dance outside under the stars with the lights in the patio. You got the bar to the left there. You have the yard games out going on. You have your photo booth. Here's the guys getting ready. So it's a very beautiful spot to kind of have your ceremony, but also your dance. But also a very nice spot to have the DJ up here, because then he or she can play music both directions. So let's head on back down. It's also a very beautiful spot to have the bride and groom come on upstairs and take photos with the whole wedding party, whether or not the wedding party is down below in front of the barn or upstairs there. And you'll see how we have the chairs set up right now is how we'll set up for like a dance, kind of get them on the outside so you can have a nice big dance floor. All right, now let's head out to the deck. We'll head out through the side door here. So as you come on out, you'll see this beautiful long, it's over 50 feet of countertop, all facing the west, so the sun sets this way, so you get very beautiful sunset, golden hour photos here. Very nice spot for you and your guests. We got nice benches that run along the whole thing here. This deck is around 70 by 15 by 30 by 14 as it wraps around. These stairs down over here that we're going to head down, we'll head down towards the main area, the main party area. So the bar, the photo booth room, your yard games, and into like where most of the hangout, the party kind of is throughout the night. Wherever the alcohol is, that's usually where people like to hang out. So those stairs, very nice spots for coming down, getting your drinks from the bar. You got the guys getting ready, the photo booth over here, the yard games a lot of times going over there. But it's also a very nice spot for you and your bridal party to get photos at, lined up here. Very nice spot to get photos. So as we head back up, we'll go look at the rest of the wraparound deck here. As you come up again, you'll see this beautiful, the benches. We wanted to make them so they're really nice for photos for everybody, for just relaxing. It's just a really nice spot up here in the fall or summer, a nice summer night. As you'll see over here, we have a big parking lot with ample parking for everyone. A large parking lot with lights, so at night, even though it's really dark out here at night, lights everywhere. Easy to find your car and not, run into anything or trip on the railroad ties. And then the wraparound here, you'll see with the rest of the deck here, this is the back of the barn that you could have went through those doors. And then just a nice spot to kind of hang out, get really nice photos. Again, nice spot for a ceremony in the back, or just a nice spot to hang out with you and your guests. So let's head on down now, the stairs here. As we mentioned, you could have your ceremony out the back of the barn with the barn as the backdrop. Really kind of a cool ceremony spot with the barn as the backdrop. Use the red golf cart. Have the bride and dad or whoever's maybe walking her down the aisle get in the golf cart, drive some of these paths here, and you come out over there and then walk down the aisle. Is really kind of a cool ceremony spot. And then as we go this way, we have cool different spots for photos throughout the property, but I like to point out the nice stone wall, which I think is pretty cool. And then over here we have, under this pergola is really cool. We do a lot of photos under here. It's just really, really pretty for photos. You can see we got some tables here. A lot of buffets end up being right here under, whether it's the lights or just under here. Just really cool spot to have the food so you can do the circular action with the barn in and out. But really cool spot for food, for photos. The silo, really cool spot. In the fall, turns a really cool bright red. Really cool spot for photos with the silo throughout the day. And now as we're heading back this way, we're coming back towards the bridal suite and the bathrooms. Another spot for a ceremony is using the fire pit. So we have a fire pit, having the guys walk across, meet the girls, and then walk up to the fire pit. With the fire pit being the backdrop, we'll clear any benches and tables for you. But it's also a really cool spot for just a fire pit, right? If you're not just the ceremony, but having a fire. We will provide wood. We will get it started. We just ask that if you have any kids, just make sure that they are monitored. We don't want any kids falling in the fire or anything. So a really cool spot to do your ceremony, to do roasting hot dogs or marshmallows as a late night snack. And then there's other ceremony spots back here also with the bridal suite so close, using different trees in different spots, the back of the barn, the silo behind us here. Also very good spots for ceremonies. All right, now we'll head over to the bathrooms. I always tell everyone, nobody books a place because of a bathroom, but they definitely don't book a place because of a bathroom, right? Like, you don't want to have stinky bathrooms or outhouses. These are nice bathrooms. They stick with the barn rustic look. I will head into the women's here first. As you'll see, there's 3 stalls. They have the nice tin doors, which sticks with the rustic farm building. Every bathroom, obviously, we got the toilets and the toilet paper and trashes. And then we have every bathroom has guest amenities and the baby changing station. They're bathrooms. You don't obviously want to spend a ton of time in a bathroom, but they're nice bathrooms for a nice farm wedding. And we'll head over here and we'll head to the guys. Very similar decored. Again, you're going to see you got the guest amenities that we put out for you. There's going to be 2 urinals, and you're going to have the 1 stall, and then you'll have the baby changing station and the guest amenities in here also. All right, let's head into what we call the share shed. It's where we keep a lot of our decor, most of our decor, for you guys to be able to use. Over here we have tons and tons of different items that you can borrow. I always say, I bet the average couple saves between $150 to $200 a table. It's very easy to do that between the beautiful wood slabs. We have like these wine bottles that light up. They're like 3 wine bottles hooked together. Over here we have different runners and flower arrangements and centerpieces. A lot of things that you'd come and you'd set up a visit and just kind of look through. But lots and lots of decor in here, different wine bottles. As you go back this way, we have tons and tons of glassware with vases in here and more vases down here. And then as we keep going, again, more and more vases that you can use on your day. Lanterns in here. We got lots of different things that you can borrow on your day that will help you save a lot of money in decor so that you don't have to buy it. And then what are you going to do with it? You have $3,000 in decor. So also in here we have fridges and freezers for you guys to use. So if you have like your cakes or leftovers or flowers, anything you obviously need to keep cold, right? That they're here for you to use. We have different things like a large love sign you can borrow. We have these nice love sign that we put out in the yard, assuming that weather conditions are good. We put this nice huge love sign out that lights up. It's really cool. We've mentioned how we have a lot of yard games. So in here we have cornhole, large Connect 4, Jenga. In this bin we have even a lot more. We have like the Cub game and footballs and frisbees and bocce ball and croquet. Just a lot of different yard games so that you have a lot of hopefully fun things that you can do. Over back here is where we have a lot of our large items that you can borrow, from hexagons that you can decorate similar to this, or with different flowers or different linens. Large white doors that you can use as you walk through so that the bride walks through that. That's their grand reveal if you're outside. Find your seat, boards, signs, lots and lots of signs and frames and easels and shepherd hooks. A lot of different big items back here. So this is what we call our share shed, and what you would do is set up a visit to come sometime and just look through all this decor to see what you'd want to borrow and hopefully save thousands of dollars on what you would end up buying. And now we're going to head to the guys getting ready room, which is off the bar and the patio here. It's the old granary bin, so it's nice and rustic. So come on in here. You'll see we have all this nice barn wood and tin. Just a very nice getting ready room. We have air conditioning, heat. We have a mini fridge. We have our guest amenities up there. We have a nice little stove over here for just nice ambiance. And just a bunch of like chairs and mirrors and stuff and hooks for the guys to get ready in here, or to use it as a little hideout for the guys. And now let's head to the girls getting ready along this red brick road here. You got the silo over here on the right. Head into the girls getting ready, which I call the crown jewel of the place. Since the girls are in here for multiple hours, we spent a lot of time and energy on the girls getting ready suite. So as you enter here, you're going to see the same nice barn wood decor, antique furniture, the nice tin and nice barn door separating the first entry room here into the bathroom. Large, spacious bathroom for the ladies that have big dresses. So we got running water in this suite, obviously bathroom. We have spaces for hanging up your dresses, where you can do the bridal dresses along with the bride's dress here. Just nice spots for photos. Other spots throughout that you can hang your dress on, like the antique doorknobs. And then as you enter into this other room here, a nice big large area for getting ready with your hair and makeup. As you'll see as you come in, we got nice antique furniture. We have the nice live edge countertop here with nice chairs, with mirrors, big huge mirrors, lots of hookups so that you can get your hair and makeup done. Nice antique furniture. We got a massage chair for the ladies because you know they need to be pampered on the day. Again, we have a mini fridge with all your like guest amenities in case you forget stuff, more geared towards the ladies. And then just a lot of antique furniture and spots for great photos, great relaxing. With the girls in here for sometimes 4, 5, 6 hours, just a good spot to hang out, get your photos, and just kind of relax. Again, air conditioned and heated in these suites, so it's very comfortable no matter if it's hot out or you know, a little bit nippy out. So now let's just go look at a bunch of different ceremony location options. We have a good dozen spots that people have got married at on property, including the indoor of the barn, of course. But you don't have to get married inside, and you don't have to get married at one individual spot. We'll have people with the bridal suites here. We got the girls getting ready and the guys getting ready right here. Having the guys and the girls meet together, walk over here, becomes a very popular spot to get married. Up kind of where the golf cart is here is an option. Obviously not having the golf cart there. With the vines, the vineyard, the white arch there. We have this pergola here with the climbing rose bushes. Up against the trees is also a possibility to get married. And then just over in this area in general is a good spot to have your ceremony with location to the barn and the getting ready suites. Gives you a lot of options for getting married. We can come over here and look at some of the vineyard. Cool spot for photos, for ceremony like I mentioned, getting married with the grapes and the vines here. We also have a spot over here that you can get married with the vines. So you can get married with the vines going like vertical or horizontal. So over here in the orchard, we have a fruit orchard that you can get married in. And also over here with the arch and having the vines this way instead of this way. So another ceremony location for you over here that's very close. So many different options in a very close range for you to get married at. Let's walk into the woods here. We'll go check out another ceremony location that's in the woods. This is our newest location, and we are continually developing this area and making it nicer and nicer. But this spot is the only spot on property that is currently basically always in shade. So we'll walk back here. You can walk down different paths to get there. I just want to kind of take the path that I see as kind of one of the better paths for your wedding party to use. To walk down the aisle. So if we look, the barn is over here. Just to give you kind of reference, there's the pergola with the climbing rose bushes. We've kind of walked around the vineyard here. So now if your ceremony is over here in the woods, you can walk through this new area that we've developed. You can see we're still kind of even cleaning it up, but we got this nice arched tree here. Which is really cool as kind of the entrance to the ceremony for your guests and for your wedding party. So if your wedding party lines up here, walks down the aisle here, you can kind of walk this path here, and we're walking down over here. We kind of take this path right over here, and your wedding party walks right up to here to these doors here. We have these nice barn doors here. They walk here and then can like walk down the aisle this way, and this becomes your aisle, and then you can get married up against the tree there, upside down tree. And while your wedding party is walking through the arch and through the way that we just came, the bride and the dad or whoever is walking them can walk through, can hardly be seen through the woods, get behind this door, and then when the bride's turn to kind of walk out, the music changes and then they walk through these doors. The other way that you can do this is there's different paths coming over there, many different paths throughout here that you can get married different directions. So you can get married against the trees and walk through different paths. You could get married between these trees over here, and like many years that there's corn in the backdrop. So many different options for you on where you would get married back here. There's probably 3-4 different ways you can situate the chairs. We'll set up the chairs whichever way you want to go, and then walk from different paths and have a ceremony in the woods. And then there's a bunch of different walking paths throughout the property. I always tell people that what made us fall in love with this property was not the barn, it was the property itself, because most of these barn venues don't have woods. We can't make trees just appear as much as we would love, but we do a lot of cool things. Being photographers, we do a lot of cool things making paths throughout the woods that you can be used for whether it's your photos, your family photos, or just your guests just walking through the paths. I always say that this is like a small nature center. So that's what we've tried to do when we're photographers. We love the different backdrops that we've created, that we have developed throughout the years. But it's also a really cool spot just to like kind of relax and hang out with your family or your friends, to be able to walk through a nature center. There are paths throughout the property. This is just one of the many wooded paths, just to give you an example of what you have as you're here. But there are paths that go many different directions and that your guests can enjoy throughout the day. As we get to the end of this path, you'll see back over here we got more paths that go through like more of a wildflower paths. We have many paths that go through there, through the woods, many different area, and you can see straight ahead of us that's where the bonfire pit is, and we're back to where like the photo booth room is, and the girls getting ready suite and the barn.